cool. My name is Thomas Kramer. I'm 25 years old from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I am a bartender and event host.
Okay, wonderful. So, are you in a relationship? Are you dating?
I am not currently in a relationship. I have got a kind of a best friend for a long time, but she lives out of the state, and I'm currently single.
Wait, what does that mean? You got a best friend?
So I have an ex-girlfriend from a long time who's still a real good friend. She lives in Philadelphia, and we're very close, but she is not my girlfriend.
Okay, so it's more like you would maybe be together if you lived in the same state.
Yeah, she's the coolest out, but it's just, it doesn't really work that well right now.
Yeah, timing. Timing is everything, right?
You got it.
All right, so tell me a little bit about what it was like growing up in Virginia Beach. What was your childhood like?
Sure.
What were your parents like? Do you have siblings?
Absolutely. I'm the youngest of four. I have a brother who played football, Division I football in college. I have a brother who was a state golfer of the year. I come from, I was always the younger brother getting beat up growing up. And I have an older sister as well, but I have an awesome family. I'm definitely really blessed. I come from a pretty privileged community. My parents were always upper middle class, but I was always really thankful for everything I was given. I've really kind of always really been into life is short, and you got to be never take anything for granted. And I was given a lot, definitely. I was spoiled as hell growing up, being the baby. I never had to worry about buying a car when I was 16. I never had to worry about paying for college, any of that good stuff. But I was always really, really thankful for that. I have an awesome relationship with my parents. I'm actually at my parents' house right now. It's a little better looking than my apartment. But great family. Ton of friends as well. My high school was kind of considered, it was public school, but it was considered like the private public school. Meaning most people drove nicer cars than the teachers, and there's definitely kind of a pretentious bubble in Virginia Beach. The social crowd is, I'm sure it's similar in every major city, but definitely social world is a big thing here. And I was real popular in high school. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, but I had a ton of friends. I was never really into being the asshole of the group. Am I allowed to say asshole?
You can say whatever the hell you want. Yeah,
sweet.
You can say whatever you want. It's not, you don't have to censor yourself.
Okay, cool. So yeah, high school, I loved high school. I love where I'm from. I'm a big time surfer, kind of beach goer. I grew up since I was 13 or 14 hanging around with girls in bikinis, and that's beach culture life. I guess you see a bit of that.
Ain't nothing wrong with a bunch of girls in bikinis.
You got that right. There is nothing wrong with a bunch of girls in bikinis.
So, what sort of sports do you compete in, or did you compete in? And
sure.
Maybe you're still a surfer, right?
Yep, I played baseball, basketball, and football in high school, and then I played basketball at the club level at JMU where I went to college. Club. It wasn't varsity, but super competitive. I mean, definitely as competitive as some smaller Division II or Division III schools. So yeah, big time basketball player growing up. I still play a bit. I actually played yesterday for the first time in a while, which was a lot of fun. But I still surf. I am so competitive. Yes. I've once been kicked out of a national dodgeball tournament for punting the dodgeball into an American flag in front of 10,000 people. That's not very sweet, but yeah, I'm very, very competitive. Like I said, I've always been about life's short and you gotta kind of seize every moment. All those cliche things I think are cliche for a reason. I think I'm all about kind of attacking life, you know? And
what happens when you lose though? Is that that why you punted the ball?
Yes, I punted the ball because it was the championship round, and I was, in hindsight, I was hit by the dodgeball, but I was trying to let the ref know that I was not hit by the dodgeball. A little bit embarrassing, but I wouldn't say a crazy temper now that I'm a little bit older, but I think competition is so healthy, and I think it brings out the best in everyone. So I'm into competing. And like I said, I grew up getting my ass kicked by my brothers, and they kind of instilled that in me. So yeah, I am very competitive, definitely today.
Okay, so tell me about where you went to college. What did you study?
Sure. I went to James Madison University. It's in Harrisonburg, Virginia. It's like 69% girls, which was awesome. Pretty big sorority fraternity life. There's actually a big community of people from Virginia Beach and from Richmond and the surrounding cities who go there. So it's kind of like that next stepping stone, which I originally didn't have plans on doing that. I was thinking about heading to the Southeast, but my previous mentioned girlfriend went to JMU as well, so we kind of went to college together for a little bit, on and off, dating. But I love college too. Had a ton of friends there. I studied kinesiology, study human movement. I thought for a long time I was going to go to medical school, and that was kind of the first stepping stone. Then just realized that I kind of fell in love with more of being a doctor than actually practicing medicine. So that kind of changed my plans. But yeah, college is awesome.
What are your plans now?
My plans right now are pretty loose. I went and worked in the corporate world for a little while, for 2 years out of college. I worked at a nonprofit called Operation Smile, which I know nonprofit and corporate life are a little different, but nowadays there's not a big difference between the two. But I went and worked and it was great. I mean, I was making 50 grand a year at 22, 401k, health benefits, all the good stuff. But I mean, I was miserable. I was pushing papers behind a desk. So I decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I think I have a lot of like creative abilities and passions, and I think professionally I'm really starting to learn that, especially with the way the world is now with media and the internet, you can really make a small business out of yourself and doing cool stuff. So I love event hosting. I've been doing that around town quite a bit, and I bartend, which here I bartend and wait tables at kind of the flagship premier restaurant here in Virginia Beach, so the income's incredible, and I have really time to kind of do the stuff I love to do.
What's your goal though? What would be your dream job?
I don't know. I'd love to be a published writer. I'd love to travel. I think it'd be cool to like be a TV host, be a little Ryan Seacrest. I have really big energy, and I'd like to capitalize on that, but I haven't really rushed into, and not that I don't think I've been lazy, but I haven't really mapped out the career plan, you know. Right now I'm content here. I'm motivated, and I do a lot of cool stuff. I just want to find out how I can turn what I love doing into income. I think that's everyone's goal, actually. But
yeah. Absolutely. I think that's a lot of people's goal.
Right.
So why don't you tell me why you want to do this show?
I just am intrigued. I want to do this show because I really don't know a whole lot about it. I'm a type of guy. I went and saw the new Wizard of Oz movie last night because I'm super into like kind of just getting lost in a different world. I love movies. I love TV shows. I love these games. I love the show Survivor. I love the show The Mole. It's cool when you can kind of take yourself out of your traditional day and kind of get lost and caught up in a different world or story. And so I ran across this on the internet, and I thought, damn, this sounds like a modern day Clue. I have so many skills and abilities that I could win this show, first off, and second off, and this is sweet, and if I win it, I mean, I can make some money. That'd be pretty cool too. But I think
$250,000.
yeah, I'll take that. That's that's a nice little nest egg for me trying to figure out what the next step is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you just know? I just need to know that you're talking about $250,000.
Yeah. I am also excited about winning $250,000. I wouldn't go on the show if I didn't think I could win it. So that's definitely a motivator. I think anyone who says that's not a motivator is crazy. But more than anything, just the fact of kind of living in this new little world for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever it is.
Why do you think you'd be good at this? You said you had a lot of skills. What are they?
Sure. I have really, really wonderful reasoning skills. I'm very calculated. I like to look at situations from many different angles. I mean, on a day-to-day basis, especially in the summer, on a real busy night at the restaurant, or if I'm emceeing a concert or at a club or whatever, I deal with so many people. My mouth is nonstop from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. And I've just learned to look at situations from all angles, especially as much social involvement as I have. Oftentimes I've got to tell people what they want to hear. And I think that translates